It is Monday morning Sports Flash on ABS TV and as a part of the morning drive on ABS TV, and time for us to talk sports on the show. This morning, Nigeria's pillar of sports, Ago Ejidike, congratulates Super Eagles, urges team to keep momentum ahead of subsequent matches in the World Cup qualifier. And of course, Senegal held by Sudan in World Cup qualifying. Piastri leads Norris 2, McLaren 1-2 in China's Grand Prix, and that's the Formula One. We'll also be talking about interview segment. We'll also be featuring on the show, and we'll talk about a club in the administrative capital of the state. We'll tell you more about that. It's a club called Blacksmithers FC. We'll talk about that on the sports show. Now let's begin with our first story. Our first story is from about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and of course the pillar of sports is talking. Let's tell you that Nigeria's pillar of sports, Chief Donatus Ago Ejidike, has congratulated the Super Eagles of Nigeria following a 2-0 victory over their Rwandan counterparts at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali, and that was on Friday evening. And alerted Ago Ejidike, who spoke with a group of journalists in Lagos State, Nigeria, shortly after the match, could not hide the joy of seeing the Super Eagles being back to winning ways after playing 4 matches, drawing 3 and losing 1 before Friday's victory in the qualifying series so far. And he commended the level of players' concentration and tenacity that helped secure the victory on the road. All the 3-time African champions needed to pick their first maximum points of the World Cup 2022 qualifying series. Was a first half brace from Victor Osimhen. Ago Ejidike, who is also the patron of the Nigerian Football Supporters Club, commended the whole team for their resilience by not allowing initial results to weigh them down on their way to qualifying for the 2026 World Cup. The Anambra-born international business mogul also congratulated the new handler of the team, Eric Chaya, for having hit the ground running with the all-important 3 points, describing it as a good omen for both the coach and the team in the race to qualifying for the 2026 World Cup. And the former president of the Karate Federation of Nigeria, however, urged the team to keep the winning momentum ahead of their next match built for the Godswill at Babio Stadium in Uyo. With the victory, Nigeria have now moved a spot up at the log to the 4th position with 6 points after 5 rounds of matches, and South Africa sits atop at the table with 10 points after defeating Lesotho by 2-0. They are closely followed by Benin Republic in second with 8 points after playing out a 2-all draw with Zimbabwe, and that was on Thursday, while Rwanda is placed third in the same group. To our second story, the 7-time African champions Nigeria will commence their preparation for the 2025 African Under-20 Cup of Nations finals with a game against the Young Pharaohs of Egypt, and that's coming up on Wednesday, the 30th of April, at the 20,000 capacity Amadou Coulibaly Stadium in Kohogo. And of course, the encounter is billed at the 5 p.m. Nigerian, that's 5 p.m. Ivory Coast time, which is 6 p.m. Nigerian time in Nigeria. And the Flying Eagles will next take on Morocco's Young Atlas Lions at the same venue, starting by 8 p.m. local time. Nigeria, who qualified for the finals following a successful defense of their Waffle B Under-20 championship title in Lome in October 2024, will then wrap up their Group B campaign with a session against South Africa also in Kohogo, and it is expected to happen on Tuesday, the 6th of May, starting from 5 p.m. local time. The Flying Eagles are quarterfinalists of the last edition of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Argentina in 2023, are currently campaigning in Castina, courtesy of the state government, in the first phase of their final preparations for the Continental Championship, and the semi-final spot in Cote d'Ivoire will guarantee the Eagles a spot in this year's FIFA Under-20 World Cup finals in Chile from the 27th of September to the 19th of October. And of course, I will wish the Flying Eagles all the very best. And now to our third story. Well, let's tell you that the Chief Executive Officer and accountable manager of Value Jet, Captain Omololu Majenkundumi, is beaming with excitement over the victory of Nigeria's senior football team, the Super Eagles, in their game against Rwanda played on Friday. And of course, he stated that the victory will go a long way in ensuring that Nigeria's dream of qualifying for the World Cup is achieved. And the victory, according to Maje Kundumi, symbolizes a fresh era of success for the team. The partnership between Value Jet and the Super Eagles was announced to provide seamless travel solutions and unwavering support to the national team. And with this first victory under their belt, the synergy between both brands is already proving to be a winning formula. And in which time the Super Eagles all the very best as they prepare to take on Zimbabwe in the second their second series of matches in a space of 1 week at the ongoing World Cup qualifier. And the next game will be happening at the Godswill at Labio Stadium in New York, and that's coming up tomorrow on Tuesday, and that game is by 5 p.m. Sports Splash on ABS TV. Let's go for a short break. When we'll come back, we'll go to the interview segment. We'll be right back. We are back on the show. It is Sports Splash on ABS TV, the Monday edition. And now to the interview segment. Joining me this morning, I have Mr. Kingso Moto. They know him as Sir King. He is the proprietor of Blacksmithers FC of Oka, and he joins us on the show this morning. Mr. Kingso, good morning. Thank you very much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Kingso Moto. Not really a name most people may know when you talk about football in Anambra State, or maybe quite new. You may wish to tell us about your career, if you played professional football before you went into, or before you decided to venture into football administration.
Well, thank you very much. Actually, I started my football career at my tender infant. I grew up in Enugu. I went to Union Primary School in Suka.
Okay.
Then we played for primary school game with Denibo in Nsukka then. So that was where the name Sir Kings came about, because in those days, Kingsley was a household name in Enugu. There are so many Kingsleys then. So most of them play good football. So in order to differentiate between one particular Kings and the other, so they said, okay, this one is going to be Sir Kings. So when you mention Sir Kings, they will know it's a particular person. Then we proceeded to St. Teresa's College in Nsukka. We played for under 13 when Mecca Onyedika, former Rangers International, was the coach. So we played under 13. Then after under 13, we proceeded to gain admission in Unizik after my secondary school. Yeah, we played for Nuga, Nigerian Games Association.
Oh, you played at the Nuga level?
Nuga level. Then after Nuga, I explored my international destinations, and I voyaged to South Africa. Then I had a stint with Platinum Stars in South Africa.
Platinum Stars?
Platinum Stars.
Okay, Platinum Stars,
Platinum Stars. I had a stint with them. I went for football trials then, so a lot of things happened. So things didn't work out very well. So I went to PC Training and Business College in Johannesburg. So thereafter I came back to Nigeria. So this club, Blacksmithers FC, facing a lot of challenges in the FA Cup. So I was contacted to help the team to get to his greater heights. So that's why I was involved.
Okay. Is it safe to say you are the president of the club or the proprietor of the club?
I'm the sporting director.
Okay, the sporting director of the club. Okay.
Yes,
now, the name Blacksmithers, was it the original name it was bearing, or you changed it the moment you took over as the sporting director to see if you can redefine the club?
The club has been in existence since 2010, and I think until 2021 it was officially registered. You know what Oka is blacksmithing community.
Community,
You know, so it's a club based in Oka. Just that our training ground is located in Eziowele.
Okay.
Eziowele. So that's based on the Oka origin of blacksmithing. That was how the name was coined.
So officially, where you play your home matches is at Eziowele, the field there.
Eziowele,
okay.
yeah. It's Eziowele, yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about other aspects of the club. You have, of course, we saw on the screen pictures of your team, group pictures, maybe with the technical crew. Specifically, what are the number of players you have in this team currently right now playing, and of course, plans for them going forward?
At the moment, we have 22 registered players. 22?
Okay.
Yeah, 22 registered players, and we are also targeting getting players up to 35. Just 25
so you're
players.
short in number now. You're looking at getting 30 more players to beef up the team.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have a target age that you look at before recruitment, or basically anyone that comes in that have the talent can just come into the team and play?
Well, we are looking for young stars.
Specifically, what age range?
Like from 14, 15, 16 years and above. And then to 22 years. Okay. There's areas, the age brackets that we are looking for to get the players young and train them, and so that they can apply their trade abroad if they wish to. Yeah. Then so we are getting better with the team, and the reason why we chose the age bracket because at that age. Certain players already decided I'm really want to go into football,
and
football. That is a decision age, that this is what you actually want to do at that age.
Okay, for the technical crew and management team, you may want to tell us, basically, if you're the sporting director, you're heading the management team. Tell us about the coaches, who is there helping to nurture these players and get them to being in a state of getting to that stardom point in life, and other aspects of those in charge of other aspects of administration in the team?
Well, we are very cosmopolitan in every sense of the word when we come to recruitment of coaches. We have 2 coaches at the moment, one from Plateau State, I think the other one from Adamawa State. So what we are doing is just trying to help these young stars at this age. The other one is going for CAF license. So there are some technical areas of these youngsters that they want to blend, they want to galvanize at this point. Because these youngsters, they really need to be mentored at this particular age. So when we get to our training ground, there are so many basics when it comes to football. Endurance, how to manage victory, when you are down by a long goal, 2 goals, how do you react? So these are some of the things you find in football academy, and coaches are very, very important at this stage when it comes to football development.
And with the way you're talking, it looks like it's football academy cum football club you run this time. From what you've said so far and what we can infer from what you've said, I'd like to ask you, what has the experience been like for you? Literally 1 year as a sporting director, being in charge of administration of a football for a club like that. What has the experience been like for you?
It's splendid. I've been very enthusiastic working with the team. Last year, so I read the comment there online. It said that we are first timers in FA Cup, but no, we are really not. Last year we were there. We left at the quarterfinal stage, and this year again we are there. So the experience has been it's been a very interesting moment working with these young guys. First and foremost, I enjoy working with people who are very disciplined in nature. People who really want to serve the team, who really want to give their best.
All right.
So I basically enjoyed these guys in every ramification. We don't have all this big-headed attitude from these youngsters. But wherever the case arises, I think we are in a very good position to deal with that. So the experience has been very interesting.
Okay, it is still Sports Splash on ABS TV. Our guest on the show is Mr. Kingso Moto. They know him as popularly known as Saking. He is the sporting director of Blacksmithers FC of Oka. I may wish to regard them as the new kid on the block when you talk about football administration in the land and also the state and the country at large. Moving forward, for Blacksmithers FC, any plans, are you not seeing plans of playing in Nigeria club football circles? We'll have the first tier NPFL, no doubt you can't go there, but we'll have the second tier, the NNL, which is the Nigeria National League, and the NLO, the third tier. Any plans of playing now or in the foreseeable future?
We are interested in playing even in Premier League, but you know, it's very challenging. You know, we tried to register with NL, but then last time we played the FA Cup, it wasn't easy when it comes to the financial aspect of it. So right now, what we are thinking about, we are giving it like 2 years' time. In the next couple of years, let's work. We don't just want to delve into the NNL and rush back. So the cost implication is what we are trying to manage over time. So we are really interested in that.
Okay, I would like to ask you challenges nursing and running this academy. Football club?
At the moment, the club is basically an academy. It's a place where, you know, some of these players, some are artisans, some are still in high school.
Okay.
So we are just trying to strike a balance between playing football and doing other things. So we are trying to merge them together. Some of these players, they come from training after working for some hours. Okay. Some after school, some have to report. They have to come to the training ground. So these are some of the issues that we are trying to manage when it comes to that. Okay.
So now, where do you see, or what do you foresee the club in the next couple of years, 6 to 10 years? What would you want the club to be? Blacksmithers FC, which seems to be an icon on its own when you talk about the state capital.
Well, I think the future is bright. It's very promising. By getting these players 13 years, 14 years, we see that a player who is down 13 years, in the next couple of years, like you said, 10 years, is going to be 23 years. So we are still on the edge. We are still, you know, it puts us in a better situation to be with these players for a long time, getting the right age. Even a player who is got about 32 years, 22 years, 32 years, you can still join the FA Cup and play other things. So we are in the right direction. Yeah, they also, just to add, some players who wish to join the club and travel to apply their trade abroad. Then we are also there to help. We have some contacts abroad with some of our philanthropists based abroad to help these players, to connect them to different clubs abroad.
Okay, we are getting towards the closing stages of the interview segment, and I would like to ask you, you made mention of the fact that you have 22 players already and you're looking at increasing the number to 35 players. So you're looking at having about 13 more players join the team. When are you having your next recruitment to see if you can achieve that your quest of having more players infused into the current setup?
Actually, the coach is on leave right now. I think he traveled back to Plateau State. He'll be coming back, I think, by next month. We just wait. Time lag after Easter period. Some people have to travel by now. You know, so in the next couple of months, maybe 1-2 months, when the coach is back from Jos, then we need to do some of our recruitment. And first and foremost, we are also looking for players who have a passion for the game. You understand, players who really are enthusiastic about playing football. We also start from there. You know, it makes it easier when you see a player who is very willing to play. So it makes the work easier for us. So in the next couple of months, like 2 months' time, we'll start assembling players from all quarters of the country, different geopolitical zones. We go to Lagos, we scout players. You go to the south, southwest, northeast, northwest, north central.
6 geopolitical zones.
Among the 6 geopolitical. That's why I said that we are very cosmopolitan when it comes to, you know, hiring, getting players, recruitment drives and stuff like that.
Okay, finally, before we let you go, we're out of time. Your message to the fans and supporters of Blacksmithers FC as we get set to go.
Well, I just have to encourage them. I know how they felt when we lost the FA Cup. We lost we played 3-3, then we lost at the penalty shootouts. Most of them were not happy because they wanted to see the club go far. We last competition, we lost at the same quarterfinal. This one, we lost at quarterfinal. So they are looking forward to seeing us proceeding to the semi-final and play for that, and even win, and also join the NNL like you are talking about. You understand? So I just enjoin them to be patient. That greater things are coming. So we just have to be with us, you understand, and also bear with us, and just continue to support us. That we'll move ahead and get the right things done, and we'll get there someday.
Okay, Mr. Kingsley Moto, of course, I wish you all the very best with your team. We've been talking with Mr. Kingsley Moto, known as Sir King. He's the sporting director of Blacksmithers FC. We'd like to thank you so much for being on the show. And wish you all the best. I will definitely bring you again to talk more about the club. That's about the size of the show this morning, Sports Splash. Thanks a lot for being part of the Monday edition. The show continues for the rest of the week. Join us again at this time. My name is Ike Moked. Have a lovely day, and remember to keep sporting. Bye-bye now.